Harihi Om. Suklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Agacharana Padmarkam Gacharana Maharnisam Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadam Tam Nupasmahe Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatika Krutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Krishnam Kamalapatraksham Punyasravana Kirtanam Vasudevam Jagadyonim Naumi Narayanam Harim Naumi Narayanam Harim Namostute Vyasa Visala Buddhe Fullaravindayata Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Punnaha Prajwalito Gnanamaya Pradipaha Prajwalito Gnanamaya Pradipaha. Making namaskaram to all the gurus, making namaskar for Vyasa Bhagavan, who is the author of Mahabharata, a great historical work. Itihasa it is called. Itihasa. Everything that is described in Mahabharata is a matter of ha. Ha means Ascharyam. Ascharyam means which you have got to know for the first time and note it. So in Mahabharata, the story is of variety, nature, and there are all kinds of characters depicted in Mahabharata, and dharma and adharma are vying each other in that epic. But dharma, there is large number of episodes, but adharma, equal and more number of episodes and characters who are working on that. Those who are on the side of dharma, they also take to adharma because of the rulers, because of the influence of the rulers. For example, Shalya Bhagavan, Shalya Maharaja, and Karna, Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, they all, not that they do not know dharmam. They know dharmam, but they are not at all paying attention to dharma, but they are paying attention to the ruler who is sitting on the throne, Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, because they love their seat very much. So at a time when the entire situation has become very critical, that is, the Pandavas completed their Vanavasam, Ajnatavasam, and were ready to demand share in the kingdom, then just to know about what is the position, Dhritarashtra sent Sanjaya to the yard of Dharmaraja, and actually Dharmaraja spoke something to Vidura, and actually when Sanjaya came back, he chided Dhritarashtra to some extent, and then he said, I am not going to reveal everything now, but I am going to describe all things in the open court tomorrow. So Dhritarashtra became really gripped by fear and expectation and worry that what would be the kind of message and requirement and demand of Dharmaraja. And that too, it is not private declaration, but he said it is done in the open court. So that is more, that is to say that the message would be publicized. And so there will be a kind of discussion and all that. So he was not having a sleep, he was not having the mind settled and in peace or prasada. He called in for Vidura, and Vidura, Vidura came as was the command of the Dhritarashtra, and he stood at the door. He asked the Dwarapalakas to go and inform Vidura has come to Dhritarashtra. Then Dhritarashtra, when he came to know that Vidura was there, at the door waiting, Then Dhritarashtra immediately told, no, he need not wait at the door for me. But to see me, best you ask him to come immediately down inside my chambers. Then when Vidura came to inside the chambers, then Dhritarashtra said, no, you are not one person to wait for my permission to enter into my chambers. You are free, you are our minister. Like that, he praised him. And moreover, his praise was so exalting that he said, among our Vamsa Veeras and Vamsa Bharan, you are unique and you are royal. Like that, he complimented the Vidura, and then put a question. See, look, Sanjaya has come and cheered me the last evening, but tomorrow in the public court he is going to tell something. How do I do? What do you do? How I can expect about it? So all these questions, when Dhritarashtra put for Vidura, then Vidura slowly started talking about the Rajadharma, the Neeti Dharmas. Neeti is a morality or moral instruction or moral science. Neeti is a moral science. Neeti is a moral instruction. Neeti is there should be the leading in appropriate manner to the positive goals of life. That's why Naya is the verb for that. From Naya, we get the word Neeti. So we always make a prayer to educated, learned, wisdomful persons to lead our way. And Rabindranath Tagore said, lead kindly light. So this is exactly what it is. So lead kindly light means we should be appropriately advised that we can get rid of the worry or that. So in Vidura Neeti, we have covered the Pandita Paddhati. Rather, who is Vidwan, who is intelligent fellow, who is a skillful person, all that has been Vidwan described by. And after that, again, Vidura turns to talk about the Mudhas. Opposite of Vidwan is Mudha. And Mudha is a fool. Mudha is stupid in the sense that the intelligence will not be appropriately working. And because the selfishness and one's own goals become the target to them. So in view of the goals that they have got negative, they do not accept anything positive at all. Nobody's advice, like Ravana or Kumbha, or like Ravana or Banasura or some such people who never listen to the advice proper, but they become successful not. So here he talked about Mudha. So then having been talking about the Mudha Achara, Mudha Paddhati, Mudha, in fact, looking at this Mahabharata, probably even Bhartrihari has written Subhashitams. And in these Subhashitams, he has also composed 10 verses on Murkha Paddhati. So who is Murkha? Who is fool? That is also being told. So here, the Mudha is being told, and we have covered in the previous sessions. Of course, there is some gap. The slokas are advice and instruction given by Vidura to Dhritarashtra up to 45 slokas, and we have to start from the 46th sloka and further go on, because in 45th sloka, if we are to remind ourselves what has been covered by Vidura to Dhritarashtra, he said, Ekaha swadu na bhunjita, ekaha charthan na chintayetu, eko na gachedadhanam, naikaha supteshu jagruyatu. What a beautiful advice that he gives. So, singular, but there are things to be done as a singular person, as a dual person, or as in group. But there are also certain positive instructions for a person who should not do alone, because that's why, and that will be alone is also a cause for doing more sins. Therefore, people are not allowed to go to remain alone, to remain in single room or single accommodation. That's really a great responsibility of the individual. If he is given that, if he is singled out into a particular arena. So he says, in case it happens, what is the point? Ekaha swadu na bhunjita. So one should not partake any sweet and best dish. Swadu means sweet. Swadu means tasty. Swadu means palatable. So one should not drink only that or eat that. He has to share. This is exactly what Krishna already told in Bhagavad Gita. Ye pachanti atmakaranat agham te bhunjanti papmanaha ಅಂತ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. ఎవరైతే తన కోసం వండుకొని ఆ వంటలు తింటూ ఉంటారో వాళ్ళందరూ పాపులు. కానీ అదే వంట పరమాత్ముని మనసులో పెట్టుకుని దాన్ని తయారు చేసి ఆయనకు అర్పణ చేస్తే అప్పుడు అందరికీ ఉపయోగం అవుతుంది. సో ఏ పచంతి ఆత్మకారణాది అహం తే భుంజంతి పాప్మానః. అండ్ దేర్ఫోర్ హి సేస్ మై అర్పిత. సో ఏకః స్వాదు న భుంజీత. ఎనీథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ క్వైట్ టేస్టీ అండ్ palatable, you should never alone eat it. You should share it. Come, how like sharing? Like the crow. The crow is the best animal or bird which will give us a good moral, that it will call all other crows when some food is found, and it shares. So that kakabuddhi, so long as the bhojana is concerned, is important. But the opposite of that should not be there. Ekaha swadu na bhunjita. And another one is artha na chintayet ekaha. You should not think on making decisions by yourself, taking certain things under your consideration. Actually, you should call for a meeting. And in the meeting, you should also have the patience enough to listen to the others also. If you pose a problem or issue before a group of like-minded scholars, then you should always collect their opinion. Afterwards, you may judge and decide. So it is said that you should not get into taking decisions and knowing about the things alone by yourself. And another important caution is, whenever you are going in the marga, all possibility that you should go with someone else. Adhyanam means the margam, the walkway, what we call. The walkway should not be used by single person ordinarily, but he must only have some companion. And naikaha supteshu jagrayat. Once when all people are sleeping, he is not supposed to get up. One single person supposed to get up. So that's really bad, because remain awake among sleeping companions. So sushuptu jagrayat. So you should be aware of that. Then next sloka 46. I hope this is understood to you all. There is nothing much tough to describe. Supteshu jagrayat na ekaha adhyanam ekaha na gachet and arthan ekaha na chintayet swadu ekaha na bhunjita. So right from the time from bhojanam up to nidra, pavalimpu seva, see, naivedyam and pavalimpu seva, you are supposed to be very, very, very careful. And in 46, I am reading, Yekamevadvitiyam tato yadраజన్నవబుధ్యసే satyam sargasya sopanam paravarasya nauriva. Actually, if I am a teacher teaching this in the classroom, I would like the students to underline the second line of this 46th sloka. And because ekameva advitiyam tadyatrajan avudhyase. So that being who is one without a second, and whom, O king, you have not been able to comprehend, and his truth itself is the way to heaven, even like a boat in the ocean. So like a boat in the ocean, which is always protected, so our mind also should be thinking of Paramatma right in the morning, so that when once you complete our prayer and come on the way, all the shops or establishment must have got open. If you are strong in your decision that you have to wait till 10 o'clock, go home and enjoy breakfast. If not, you have to sit there only, start a traditional way. That's sloka. That's why it is said you have to be very careful and all that. So here in this sloka, ekameva advitiyam tadyadrajan avabudhyase satyam sargasya sopanam paravarasya nauriva yekaha kshamavatam dosho dvitiyo nopalabhyate yedenam kshamaya yuktam asaktam manyate janaha. So this is important. That's exactly what Krishna advises Arjuna, that we should not be udasina for your enemies. And you should be active. That's why you should take your weapons and sit on the chariot and blow the conch and go on. So that is what is the advice here. That ekam eva advitiyam tatu. So there is no second for that tat, but you are only the second for that. So, O Rajan, that people don't understand. Satyam Sargasya Sopanam, that's most important. Truth is the staircase to go to Swarga. Because to climb Swarga, from the postings given by Yama or anybody there, it is a great effort that you should be ready to climb up the steps. If you could climb up, you will definitely go to the Punya Sthanam. So like that here, it is said that Satyam Sargasya Sopanam, the truthfulness is the staircase to go up to the Sargam. Sargasya Sopanam and Paravasya Nauriva. How like? So Paravaraha means motion, Samudra. So a Samudra will be having number of companions moving about, Jalacharas, but he will be pretending or he will be sleeping, a big fish. That is what is this beginning. Only first line is philosophical and important for our purpose. Again, I read Ekameva Advitiyam Dajyasma Rajanam Avudhyase Satyam Sargasya Lokasya Parivarasya Nauriva. Yekaha Kshemavatam Dosha Vitiyo Nopalabhyate Yedenam Kshamaya Yuktam Asaktam Manyate Janaha. So, this sloka you observe, Ekam eva advitiyam. There is no second for him at all in the house. Advitiyam, no dvitiya. And Rajan navabudhyase. You have the pillar to be time so that you will have time to post it. So like that here, said Ekameva Advitiyam Tatu. And there's only one thing which is not terrible for opening up. And therefore, the Brahma alone remains awake among people and good companions. So now we go to 47th sloka. Yekaha chamavatam doshaha satyam swargasya sopanam niravadhi manyate janaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Then we have another important clue given by Prabhakargaru, Sanjaya, for the mankind. One is Ekaha Chamavatam Doshaha Dvitiyo Noparabhyate Yadinam Chasya Kshamaya Yuktaha Yuktam Asaktam Manyate Nabhaha. Now we shall go to the last other one, the 40th sloka. Yekaha chamavatam doshaha dvitiyo na prabha na nopalupyate. So ekaha chamavatam doshaha dvitiyo nopalupyate idainam samaya yuktam yuktam. So these two slokas are really, they bespeak the character and achievements of the forthcoming Swamiji of Sringeri Matha. Yes. Now let's go to the meaning. Advitiyam eva. Why it is called Advitiyam? Because she is known for as the birth and death itself is an important drain on the prosperity of human life. Now, Rajanam avabhujyate. I understand that there is a vehicle and Ekameva Advitiyam, and then that particular Advitiya one is being frequented or boarded by Maharaja. When it is said that Maharaja is there, then everything will be positively convenient. And next is Ekaha nagache advanam. So anybody should not go all alone in a long pathway. Advanam means roadways, highways, and all that. Those days were quite different. These days are different. The present children are having different atmosphere. Whereas in our days, there was once only Tambulam or Lakshana be given, and that will subsist whole year, the blessings to them. So like that here, Kartikai Ritkundu is trying to cut the vegetables. So I hope you understood the 46. Now you should go to 47. Yekat Shamavatam Devo Yekat Shamavatam Dosho Vitiyo Nopalabhyate Idenam Shamaya Yuktam Asektam Manyate Janaha. So in the previous 46 it is said, Swargasya Sopanam Kim. What is that? That will lead you to heavens. Swargasya sopanam kim. And paravarasya nauriva. So paravaraha means ocean. Now means the boat. So the way to heaven, even like a boat in the ocean. And this is interesting. Satyam Swargasya Sopanam. Beautiful idea. Sopanam is the staircase, steps. So to climb up the heights of heaven, which is the staircase. Satyam, the truth. And so here, Satyam is compared to a boat. Paravara is Sarga. Sopanam. So when you sit in a boat, you can cross over the ocean. Likewise, if you adopt to Satyam, because Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, they are violating the truth. Though they are rulers, they do not stick on to the required dignity, character, and conduct of good rulers. So it says Satyam Sargasya Sopanam. Next verse, you see, Yekaha Chamavatam Doshaha Dvitiyo Nopalabhyate Yadenam Shamaya Yuktam Asaktam Manyate Janaha. This is really. And so asya dosho namantavyaha Shamahi Paramambalam Shama Gunaha Hi Asaktanam Saktanam Bhushanam Tatha. Beautiful suggestion which is being supplied by Vidura here, that in the earlier, look here, Ekaha Chamavatam Doshaha Ditiyo Nopalabhyate, which means that supposing you try to Ditiyaha Chamavatam Doshaha Nopalabhyate Yadenam Shamaya Yuktam Asaktam Manyate Janaha. This is the most difficult thing. If you are very kind, compassionate, and not harming, people take it that you are a hopeless fellow. And they will not matter you much. Therefore, sometimes towards the Rakshasas or bad fellows, even if you are very much noble, polite, that itself is taken as a part of weakness. So we have several instances in Mahabharata, and there people are misunderstanding, not properly understood in the manner it is required. So normally all people consider that a person who has got that forgiving quality, he is being just told that he is a weak fellow, he is a coward, he has no guts to do that, he has no energy in him to do that. But Vidura is now giving his conclusion or his normal way out in the sloka number. He says, So asya doshaha namantavyaha shamahi paramam kalam. You understand that you should not consider the defect to be a kind of power. Forgiveness is a great power. Shamahi paramam balam. So there is no higher strength than Shama. Shama guno hyasuktanam sektanam bhushanam tatha. Shama is the consideration to asaktas, but those people who are sektas, who understand, who manage things properly, they are those who grow strong. In them, it is a positive point. So you should forgive others. That is the most important thing. And now there is a discussion diversion by Vidura that which Dhritarashtra is ignoring, which though they are all quite balavantas, they are all supposed to do a kind of murmuring, diversion. All that is a part of sin. That's why he said, Shanti Sankha Kareyasya Kim Karishya Durjana. See, when you have peace and treaty as a part of Ayudha in you, no enemy can harm you. You will be definitely winning the battle. And now the other one is Atrunam Padito Vanni Swayameva Apashamyati Achamavan Param Doshai Atmanam Chaiva Yojayet. So this is really interesting. Atrunam Padito Vanni. If Atrunam, without any grass, without any food, if the soul is explored by individual, then the individual who gave this kind of change, he himself comes to realize what is what. That's exactly is being pointed out to you. In fact, in Vishnu Sahasranama, these slokas could be also added. 26 to 3rd. So these days, we are having next month during Dasara, some lecture program selected. And it is going to be Zoom. I forward that flyer to you. And you remember that next month, 26th, 25th, the Nimajjana, and all that we know. And now he comes to talk about dharma. So karma, dharma, samriddhi. So here, Atrune Padito Vanni Swameva Upasamyati. Supposing Amrita has reached the then what happens? That particular heat which has been generated will automatically be controlled. Yekaha dharmaha param sreyaha shameka shantiruttama vidyaika paramadrishtihi drishti himsakaischa sukavaha. This is a very beautiful sloka outside the Narayaniyam, where it is said, Ekaha dharmaha param sreyaha. The highest virtue and puja is only the docility. So, Sishyasteham sadhimam prapanam. Arjuna might think that he has become all-round scholar and he can do, but now Krishna says, no, you should not touch this Bhishma, and you give him some more time to leave the body. After all, death is to leave the body. That's exactly sin. Asmin paratman nanupadma kalpe tvamithamitha padmayoni ananta huma mamarogarasim Nirundhi Vatalaya Vasa Vishnu. So today we stop. Some guests have come and we'll stop here. Next week, Saturday, we continue from here upwards. And so that's why today we have covered about 49 stanzas. Now 50 and onwards, there is the playmate or any such friend with whom you can spend time. And now we can stop this session. Om Swasti. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matvijarana Aravinda Arpanamastu. Om Tatsam. So we end the program and we'll meet again next week. Sri Ram.